Okay, so tonight, guys, I have a little mashup. I know I pre-scheduled what I wanted to talk about, but I totally changed it up, and you guys will be happy about it because it's a good one. So first, I just want to go over some announcements. I keep forgetting to announce a few things, so I just want to go over it. I have my notes here, so I'll make sure I stick to it, and I'll keep it short. So I want to first say Summit. Summit's something that you guys all need to consider. I remember last year, I thought about it, and I told my mom, like, you know what? I don't know if this is for me. Before Summit, I wasn't making much money with Beachbody. And I said, I don't know if this is for me. What do you think? And my mom looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, are you kidding me? You need to go. And I was like, but you can't go. I can't go by myself. And this is how I am. So I went by myself. I traveled across country. I loved it. I didn't know anyone when I went, and I loved it. I'm not even kidding. It was the best experience of my life, hands down. I would have paid 4 times the amount of money. And saying that, I'm gonna post it into Knockout tonight that there's a sheet in order for you to budget for Summit, so you can totally get pay for Summit through your Beachbody account. Last year, I literally put Summit on my credit card, and I went for it. I mean, I will say, coming back from Summit, I made more in that month than I ever have from it. And not saying it's just about income, but I was able to pay off Summit and have extra money to pay off more my credit card bill just from going. I came back from Summit on fire. Like, seriously, that plane ride, I'm pretty sure I took 30 pages of notes just writing. My brain was just so overwhelmed. It was good. But I am so excited to go. So I booked Nashville. Everyone is off the waiting list for Nashville, so everyone can come. There's still tickets available, and I highly recommend it. I know it's an investment, just like everything, but I will promise you it will be the best experience you'll ever have. And of course, you'll get to meet the team. Right now, there's 4 from Knockout going, and there's a bunch from Iron Edge. I can't even imagine, tons. So I'm so excited to go, and if you guys need rooming, I know there's a few of us getting rooms, so don't worry about that. Last year, I think I shared a room with 4 other people, and it came out to like $100 or $150. But I am going to do a travel cash incentive, so be on the lookout for that as well. But yeah, so last year, I think I got my hotel paid for, which was great. From a Success Club incentive. I simply hit Success Club and I got paid for. And then all you have to really worry about is, your food and your ticket. But honestly, for food, I brought most of my food with me. I packed my suitcase full. I went to the grocery store, got almond milk, bananas, and some yogurt. That's it. I ate out 1 or 2 times, and that's it. I really saved my money. So I highly recommend going, and obviously some spending money for the gift shop because you're going to want that. But I loved it, and I want you guys to be there. And again, whether you're going to be there or not, you want to be Diamond by Summit. Just mark my words, you want to be Diamond by Summit. So Summit, I know you guys are probably waiting for the dates, right? So it's in Nashville, Tennessee. If you're going to be coming from Boston, let us know and we can book a flight together. We haven't booked it yet. And it's July 16th through 19th. So it's Thursday through Sunday. You would want to plan to be there early Thursday because, you don't want to miss out. And then I'll be home Sunday night. So seriously, I'm going to miss 2 days of work. My mom, we're shutting down the daycare and we're going because it means that much to us. My mom's shutting down her business. We take care of 10 kids a day and we're making it a priority. So I want you guys to do it as well. Definitely, if you have questions about it, let me know and I can share more about it. Again, so Christine, I told some of you guys, Christine Dwyer, she is the founder of Platinum Presenters, which is our upline team. So that team has about 125,000 coaches. In the entire network, there's almost 300,000. So let's be real. She has almost half the coaches in her downline. So she's our upline coach, all the way up. And she's hosting, it's called Shake Your Rank, Break the Bank. So it's free for everyone that's not a Star Diamond to join. If you're a Star Diamond, you have to pay $20 or more. Minimum is $20 and donate it. And whoever rank advances between now, it already started, In the end of June, I forget the date, I think it's like June 29th or something, Wayne's part of that money. She's personally donating over $10,000, so it's going to be huge, and it's free for us to join. It's going to be posted tomorrow morning in Team Knockout, so be on the lookout. I'm going to sign up my dad's account as well, because maybe I'll be working his business as well, and advance him to Diamond too, because again, you don't want to miss out on Diamond by Summit. So lastly, Success Club. You guys know Success Club, it's coming to a close. We have, today and two other days left at the end of the month, so it's coming close. Do you need help getting there? I know I don't want to beat a dead horse talking about it, but what's helping me is I go through all my Facebook friends at the end of the month. Anyone that I want to talk to, I send a message. Simply send a message. I went through them, and I have 250 people I'm going to message. I know that seems like a lot. It may seem overwhelming. Maybe I'll get 20 messages back out of 250, and that's okay. I simply just want to talk to people. That's it. I've talked to most of these people throughout the month, I will say. So that wasn't even a quarter of my Facebook list. I have over 1,600 friends already, so that was just a little portion, but I'm just going to genuinely talk to people. That's all I do all day long. I ask people how their dog is, how their cat is, what's your favorite hair products, like everything. I like to talk. So do that, and in turn, ask people why when they say they're unhappy. Like, oh, I came home from work. Ask why. Are you unhappy at your work? Like, what do you do for work? Get to the bottom of why people are unhappy, because let's be real, everyone can live a happier life. So get to the bottom of that, and that's going to be your key to helping them, because you have the solution. You just need to ask the right question. So next, I just want to talk about shifting your mindset. So that's something that's huge for me. I was actually just talking to Carly on a one-on-one, and I told her, what changed for me? She goes, are you nervous? You aren't at Success Club yet? And I said, no, I'm not. If you guys don't already know, I've been hitting Success Club since October 2013 every single month. So needless to say, I do not want to miss a month. I'm a Success Club 5 All-Star. So if I hit 24 months in a row, I'll be a legend. So I'm obviously going for it. It's just important anyways, right? So and if I didn't push for it every month, you guys probably wouldn't be on this call right now, including my mom, because she signed up as a discount coach. So it's a priority. I told her I shifted, my mindset. I shifted from saying, woe was me, and having a scarcity mindset, to abundance, saying there's so many people that I can help. You guys may see my post. I've had, 2 to 5 people in one day tell me, I ordered Shakeology for my cousin who just became a coach. I just ordered Shakeology from my boyfriend who signed up as a coach. You know what? I used to be so pissed when people would say that. People messaged me saying that, and they said, I hope you don't hate me. And I said, why would I hate you for, living a healthier life? I said, I'm actually going to applaud you because you took a step in the right direction. And just know I'm here for you. That's it. Just change your mindset. Don't be like, what was me? If you only have those 3 people you were talking to each month, that's on you. That's not on them. People, I never feel like I've ever sold something. I feel like I'm just sharing with people because I don't put pressure. I will say, so changing that mindset has been huge for me, changing it to abundance. So now instead of going to Instagram looking for the perfect person to sign up for a challenge pack, go on Instagram and just look for how many people you can help, how many people have questions asked. Think of it that way. And shift your focus from, the money part of it to just simply helping people. That's what you need to do. I know sometimes at the end of the month, maybe you have rent to pay, maybe you have bills to pay. Don't focus on that. Because let's be real, if you're doing your job and simply helping others, you will get paid. I know Dave Ward on one of the National Wake Up Calls a few weeks ago said that. He's like, don't worry about getting paid. You're going to be compensated if you help people. And remember, you aren't paid on the hours you work. You can show up and work 10 hours a day. Say you work 10 hours a day and you aren't sleeping at night because you have a full-time job and you're working 10 hours a day. If you aren't doing the right thing and the right activity and asking the right questions, you won't get paid. You're going to get paid on your skill. Say you work 10 minutes a day and you ask the right questions and talk to the right people, you will be paid because guess what? You're being paid by your skill and you know what you're doing. So focus on that. I'm just going to take a sip of water real quick. A minute. Okay, so the beauty of that is, guess what? Maybe you go away for a week. Maybe you built up, your Success Club over the months and you have a residual income. Maybe you have residual income from your Teen Cycle bonuses. Focus on that. Maybe you're going to go away for a week. What if you came back to, your highest check ever? Guess what? That's happened to me. And I thought I was nuts. I was like, I feel like a failure. I feel like I should give back this money. I didn't pay. And I didn't put in the time, that's just how I am. I'm like so weird, like that. But guess what? You put in that work, you're going to get paid. As long as your intention is just to simply help people. Okay. So let me just see what else I want to talk about. Shifting your mindset. Okay. So work harder than you ever have now, and it will later pay off, in tenfold. So focus now on putting in that time, even if it's those 30 minutes, just 30 minutes every day. Even the days you don't feel like it, the days you're tired, maybe like days like today, I've had like a little under 4 hours of sleep. Days like today, like I could simply sit on the couch right now and be miserable, but I'm not. I showed up, and I'm going to show up for a power hour. Mark my words, even after our total knockout call, no matter how tired I am, because I know it's more important for me to help people than it is for me to sit and be a grump and be cranky. Okay. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I have my cranky days, but that's okay. I know my intention is to help people. In personal development, honestly, I look forward to it every morning. I do it on my way to work and sometimes on my way home from work. So that's about, 30 minutes to sometimes like today. It took me almost 40 minutes to get to work. It should only take me 10 minutes. I was in traffic. I could have been miserable, but instead I listened to personal development. So that really is changing my mindset too. Focus also on goal setting. Goal setting is going to help change your mindset, but focus on committing to your goals and not giving up on your goals if you didn't reach them. And lastly, focus on working hard now. Like I said, what if you worked hard 30 minutes a day for the next 5 years and you feel like, your efforts aren't adding up? If you're doing the right activity every day, talking to people, that's all you have to do. Talking to people and working on yourself. That's it. Like, that's it. Whether you're, in the jungle on a safari ride, I don't know. I remember in Disney, I was working on my phone in Disney, in lines. Why not, right? That was still my power hour. If you're putting in 30 minutes every day, say for the next 5 years, imagine what you will create in that time. Maybe you'll be like Christine Dwyer and have 125,000 other coaches. Maybe you'll be a 15-star. Maybe you'll surpass me. You never know. It's just your consistency and your action that's going to really pay off. So real quick, I also want to expand on last week's call, which was, expanding your network. So I sat back today and I was writing my prospect list, adding to it. And I literally said to my mom, my Facebook is a gold mine. She's like, what? I said, I've been doing what I struggled with. So I walked out of the January Super Saturday almost in tears. I felt like a failure. I felt like I wasn't doing things right. I felt like I was, I was. I even told Carly today, I just texted her, is that I've been comparing myself to everyone else that signed up at the same time as me or after me. Whether people signed up last month and they're doing better than me, I compared myself to them. I said, maybe they're making more money. Maybe they're putting in more work. Maybe they're, going full time and I'm not. Guess what? It doesn't matter. What only matters is what you're doing. That's what's going to matter, right? So I walked out of that Super Saturday feeling like a failure because I felt like I didn't have a big enough network. I felt like I didn't know how to add to it. I asked one of the coaches there and she told me, just simply add people on Facebook and just talk to them. And I'm like, I can't. And I had to get out of my own way. But what I did differently, I went into Facebook groups and I built connections with those people. I enjoy it every day. I go into my Facebook groups, PCOS groups. That's huge for me. I'm in Disney groups. I'm in, my mom I know is in so many groups. She's in like knee replacement groups. She's in thyroid groups, diabetes groups, all that. I'm in a bunch too, like, a online school group. There you go. That's another one. And I talk to people. That's it. So many times will people randomly post about weight loss or help. I will never post. You should see the post sometimes. Someone will ask a question and so many people will be like, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, message me. And I'm so against that. I'm like, hey girl, like I've been struggling too. Like here's what's worked for me. And these people, I simply send them a friend request. You asked a question, I answered. Whether you answer me back or not, I'm adding you and I'm writing you on my list to talk and follow up. I'll message them right away, a private message saying, hey, how are you doing? Like, I see you're struggling. Guess what? I want you to know you aren't alone. I'm going through the same thing. For PCOS, someone posted how they're gaining weight. I said, I felt like a failure. I'm a health coach, and I felt like a failure. I was gaining weight, and I was afraid to share with people. And I feel like a fraud because I was gaining weight. But guess what? I was undiagnosed. I didn't know. And I said, so you can either feel defeated or you can feel empowered. And I said, I want to empower you to, make a change. And this person she had no idea who I was. She could have been like, you're a weirdo and not answer me. And I don't care. Fine. That's up to you, not me. I helped you. I feel good. It's up to you to determine how you're going to feel from my message. So oftentimes they'll message me back and say they're so thankful, that I reached out to them. And they don't know I'm a Beachbody coach. Maybe they'll see my posts, but they won't know because I'm not a walking billboard. I'm a walking billboard for health and happiness. That's it. So lead with that. Lead with your intention of living a happy and healthy life, and people will respond. And then oftentimes when I post about, Facebook groups and stuff, I, an upcoming challenge, I already have that relationship built with someone. I already know that, our upcoming self-love group, I already know some of these people are struggling with, feeling inadequate and feeling, maybe not pretty or something. And guess what? I know their why. I know how I can help them. I know that there's a need and I can fill it. So I don't feel like I'm selling anything. I feel like I'm simply filling a need for someone else. Like one of your friends needs to be cheered up. That's how I feel. So focus on that. And you will not feel like, you aren't selling something, because you aren't. You're simply being a good friend. That's how I feel. When I wrote my list of people, I felt like I had 250 new friends. I didn't feel like I had a list of 250 new people, which was my prospect list, because that's just what I look at it as. Guess what? 2 weeks ago, you could have asked me and I would have said, yeah, this is the list that I have to follow up with people for. No, it's because I want to follow up. It's all about shifting your mindset. You guys need to do that or you won't be successful. I spent the last almost 2 years not being as successful as I could have been because I didn't keep my blinders on, because I focused on everyone else's journey and not my own. So don't make the same mistakes I did. And it's so hard for me to say that, but it's so true and you guys need to hear it. What else did I want to talk to you guys about? So expand your network. I've been actually using those Facebook groups to expand my network. I will say I add, between 5 and 10 people per day, or say I'm not in those additional Facebook groups every day. Maybe I'll add 20, 25 people a week. So let's be real, that adds up. What would you do if you had 100 new friends every month? You won't feel alone anymore, no matter the hardest things you're going through. If you guys didn't already know, I had probably the hardest month in March and April than I ever had with health issues and everything. And I never felt alone. If I have 100 new friends every month to talk to, how could you feel alone? Be real, okay? So again, work from a list. Write people down. If not, you're going to forget. You're going to forget to follow up with your new friends. So work from a list. I have a list in Google Drive and I print it out, every few weeks, maybe once a month, and I add to it. I handwrite it. And I keep that in my notebook with me. And then I funnel everyone on my list, and I see them on my newsfeed and I interact, because once you interact with people on Facebook, they'll come up in your newsfeed more and you'll come up in theirs. So maybe that post about your challenge group that no one commented on, maybe you weren't connecting with the right people on Facebook you want to talk to, right? If you have all these new 100 friends, or say you have even 5 new friends a month, okay, and you're liking their pictures and commenting on them or their posts or reaching out to them on Facebook, you're going to show up in their newsfeed. Maybe the day that they don't feel inadequate, they feel inadequate, maybe their jeans don't fit or something and they're feeling uncomfortable, and you post about the self-love group and it's going to show up on their newsfeed, they're going to be connected to it, because guess what? They can relate. You have that relationship built. So, do that. Use Facebook as a tool like that, because that's how social media works. Have you ever noticed when you're Googling a new pair of jeans, right? Then they'll show up on your Facebook. Facebook knows what they're doing, guys. It's weird, but they know. So lastly, I just really want to do a takeaway from Super Saturday. If you weren't at Super Saturday, you need to be there next time. Not even kidding. It's $10 and it's worth every penny. I would pay $100 for it. I walked out of that room flying. I was on fire. And the amount of thoughts I've been able to come up with in the last week is all because of it. I'm not even kidding. So I learned something that was so helpful for me, and I've been using it. It's called 555. Okay? They say do focus solely on this. 5 new conversations, maybe those 5 new friends you're going to add from Facebook groups, 5 invites, and 5 follow-ups every day. That's it. That's what you can do during your power hour. And with that, they're going to add up. Okay. If you're pushing a diamond, maybe you want to do 10, 10, 10. It's really up to you. You need to set that goal and stick to it. Okay. That was my biggest takeaway from Super Saturday. Mom, do you keep going in and out? Because I want to call on you real quick. You're unmuted. Say something. I just want to make sure you're good. Mom, can you check? I think you're frozen. Yep, she's frozen. I'll have her do her takeaways later from Super Saturday, but a few other things I just want to talk about was also Super Saturday, just being around in that room of people is just so inspiring. If you look around, there's everyone in every shape and size, everything, every age. It's just unreal. Someone was on stage who lost over 150 pounds. And then she said, you know, her daughter has a totally different, her son has a totally different story. He gained 40 pounds because he needed to. So everyone is so different there. I remember going to my first Super Saturday and changing about 10 times because I didn't feel small enough. I didn't think I looked like a coach. Don't let that hold you back, because let's be real. No one cares what you're going to look like. They just want to know your journey. And actually I saw, one of the coaches that I follow, she posted something. She said, you can never hate someone if you know their journey, right? I've had friends in high school that did not like me, despised me. I'm not sure why, but they didn't like me. That's not what I mean, but you know what I mean. But we didn't get along. I never would have talked to them ever again. I don't know. I just wouldn't. And they reached out to me because they knew about my journey. They said if I didn't share my journey, we wouldn't be friends now. You know, if I didn't share my journey, you guys wouldn't be on this call right now. It's because I simply opened up. And I always go back to the example with Kate. I posted my story that day and I took everything in me. That was a day I felt like giving up. And she reached out to me saying how she's been following me. I had her and another girl, Kate, reach out to me and say how I've been inspiring them. And both of them are older than me. And it's someone I would never have talked to. I would have been so uncomfortable talking to them because, you know, I felt intimidated. Why would someone older than me want my help? That's what I always used to say. Like, I'm too young. People, you know, even the daycare, people don't take me serious. I have parents that drop off saying, like, I've taken care of so many kids, probably more than half the parents. And they've said to me before, you know, well, when's your mom going to be back? Because clearly you're going to need the help. And I'm so used to people underestimating me because of my age. I just, you know, always thought that. So that day when someone reached out to you because you share your journey, take that. Take those tokens. And if it hasn't happened yet, maybe it's because you aren't sharing your journey enough. So I want you guys to break your story into small segments and share a little bit of them, maybe even every Transformation Tuesday, whether it's like a little sliver. Like, I'm going to start sharing about something I've noticed I was struggling with, maybe like binge eating disorder. That's something I was struggling with, and I didn't even want to admit it because I didn't feel right sharing about it. And guess what? That's something I can share about. I just opened up about PCOS because I was just diagnosed. That's another part of my story. Those are all little tidbits that people can relate to. And you need to be relatable and real in order for people to understand and join you in your journey. So I'm going to leave you guys with that tonight. And I hope you use tonight and use that 555 and go help someone. Go find a new friend and talk to them. So I'm just going to stop recording.